Ladies and gentlemen, the time is upon us. We are 2 months and a week out from the release of NASCAR 25, and today we got another NASCAR 25 dev diary from the iRacing team. This is episode 5. This was just released a few hours ago before the recording of this video. I've just now had time to go ahead and record this. I haven't watched it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and watch it with you guys, get a reaction afterwards and during, and we'll break it down after the video and kind of go through everything and see what it's about, try to unpack this thing, and hope that we get some form of gameplay in here. That's what everybody is really wanting. Again, we're a little over 2 months out from this. We still haven't really seen a whole lot of gameplay, besides just a couple little things here and there. I like to see some kind of substantial gameplay in this video. So let's check it out. It's only about 4.5 minutes long. We'll watch it all the way through. I'll try my best to shut up and not talk a whole lot. And then afterwards, we'll break it down and check this thing out even further. Let's hit it. All right, here we go.
So we've been in Charlotte all week long. It's incredible. The whole industry has really been super supportive for NASCAR 25, and we've had 8 or 9 drivers trying the game, and you know, to us, it's just another step in the process of making a great game, right? You want to get their feedback, you want to implement some of the things that they give you pointers on. So enjoy some of the clips of these guys playing the game and just kind of what we went through this week. It's really exciting.
That was bizarre.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We just got done playing NASCAR 25. I would say it's probably the most realistic Xbox PS5 game that I've played. I grew up playing all the old games through my childhood, and it was pretty awesome to be able to kind of get on again, and I'm looking forward to when it comes out.
I mean, the physics.
His face.
I used to play a lot of games and NASCAR games, and the physics on this game is above and beyond all of them. So initial thoughts are really good.
I was blown away by how realistic the game was, and just going through the couple tracks that I ran, like seeing how true the repave was at Iowa, and the new asphalt lines up with what we have in real life. The grip levels were accurate, impressive.
It's really cool, like see myself in a video game.
Oh, we got somebody from Rev Racing, cool.
For me, because like I never imagined like saw me in a video game, and it made me feel like the first time when I jumped in a car, it was the same feeling.
Well, the first time I see myself was, I mean, you dream about those moments.
All right,
right?
all right.
Growing up and playing video games, like I said, 2K or anybody, and playing as LeBron James or doing something, right? You want to take your my player to the top of the, and have the overall, the 99 overall, you know? So now I get to do that for myself. I'm gonna be on that game 24/7.
For the first time ever, there's a whole new level of authenticity to the NASCAR game with the actual track scans and the car physics, which is going to bring fans closer to the sport.
You can definitely tell that iRacing had a significant impact
baby.
on this game.
I love this guy.
The driving characteristics to the audio, the visuals. You can tell the footprint that iRacing had on this platform, and it's a great thing because it just shows how next level video games can be.
iRacing is huge, so just the opportunity for it to go to a game console is also just a great opportunity for people that love racing or just trying to do it for fun and maybe trying to get into it.
I think the first game that I probably played was NASCAR 05. Got that game, actually had it on PSP at the time.
Chase for the Cup?
Played
PSP?
it on console as well, so
I think I had it for PS2 at that time.
My
I think it was
friends
on
said
for
that I took the
PSP.
game way too seriously.
As a kid growing up, I was a big time NASCAR video gamer and would love getting to explore all the different tracks and see what they're about, and going to Pocono and realizing it's a triangle, and how Loudon, New Hampshire is really flat, and just seeing all the variety of different racetracks.
This game, from the driver's perspective, is what it needs to be. I mean, myself in my own career, there's just that energy level when you walk into the racetrack and you hear the engines and practice starts. There's just that feel that you get when you get in your race suit, you hop in the truck.
I mean, I'll never forget it. My first ever time at Daytona, when I rolled into the garage and they put my car on 4 jack stands and they raise up the hood, and all you hear is the guns going on the tires, the guys working on the car, the spotter crew keep talking. Like, it took me away because it felt like I've been in that situation before, and it's actually was like I'm actually living this moment that I played.
Quick transition. I like that.
So now to be in this game even more elevated, it's crazy. It's crazy, and it's definitely huge.
I can't thank these drivers enough. This week has been super special for all of us to come down here and shoot this content and get their feedback. We've had a long relationship with a lot of these guys, and I'm so excited. Even ones we've just met this trip, the passion that they have and the excitement that they have to get this game out and in the market is super exciting. In case you haven't heard, October 14th, that's our launch date. So we're going to open pre-orders and we're going to get you that gameplay trailer that you guys are all begging for about a month before. So stay tuned. We got a lot more information coming on the game for NASCAR 25.
Visit NASCAR25.com for more information on the game. And make sure you follow us on social media at NASCAR25.
I can't believe that. A month before? That is cutting it close. Like, man, this really wouldn't matter too much. If we already had a few iterations of this game out and we were kind of just going through it, and this is just a refresh, like a yearly refresh, fine. But there's so much hype around this, and I'm sure this is intentional. These guys know what they're doing. They're building up hype slowly. We saw a lot more gameplay in this than I honestly thought we were going to see. We just kind of been getting drip-fed gameplay over the past month or so. So we did see a lot that we're going to break down here in a second. But damn, man, a month before. So we got pre-orders coming out, I guess, around September-ish. We'll be into the playoffs by then. And damn, gameplay a month before. That's tough. But these guys know what they're doing. So let's break it down. I'm not going to have the audio on for this as we're breaking it down. I just want to kind of go through a few clips here and kind of break down some of the gameplay. I love how it looks like these guys did travel around to each of the team's workshops and stuff like that. Their workshops, their buildings, their team buildings. Jesus. You could tell they were at Hendrick Motorsports. You saw like Larson's car in the background with a lot of the trophies was recognizable. You saw some of Junior Motorsports stuff, had Justin Allgaier on the trophy as well. You saw they went to JGR. There's a lot of JGR stuff, him in his Redskins uniform, things like that. So looking at this first clip, it's a clip from, looks like Martinsville. And what was really bizarre, yeah, they're at Martinsville. You could tell by that concrete patch there at the bottom. It's an easy tell. But they're kind of running a Chastainish line. They're running on the high side. Whoever's driving this thing is not running the optimal line, but you could tell there's different breakdowns of the car. We can kind of see tire wear here, the different wear on the engine. It looks like the oil temp, the radiator, things like that. So if you're beating on people, taking damage to the car, we'll see how much it's worn down. Or maybe like in past games, as you're using your different engines and different units on the car, they'll start wearing as you go through different races, and you have to replace those different units as you go through the season. We see very basic track map. I say that, but in games past, we had to beg for that feature. It was absolutely insane. You could kind of see the rear view mirror here. There's nothing on it. Same with that. You can see in the rear view mirror, you can't see behind you. So I'm not sure that's just a setting you turn on and off. If that was a setting you could turn off though for the rear view mirror to be off, I want that outline to be gone too. I don't want to see just a blank spot and have this super distracting border there at the top, but I'm sure there's an explanation for that. It says goal met. So we see this in F1 games, in other games, other racing games, where during the race, you'll have these many little objectives that you have to hit, whether it's, hey, don't touch anybody for a while, don't take any damage, hold this person off, hit this goal lap, stay below this amount of tire wear. I imagine what this is, hitting different incentives throughout the weekend will maybe give you different reputation points or whatnot for your team, you as a driver. So it's interesting to see for sure. Let's see, it looks like Noah Gragson here talking through this, and he's like, hey man, your line's pretty shitty right here. You just killed the wall. Let me get the controller. Willie B's locked in. They really did get a lot of people. So we see Sammy Smith. It looks like he absolutely saw a ghost in this picture. I was chuckling to myself here. He is just slack jaw, just looking scared to death, looking around at people, not sure where he's at. Look at him, like he's just scared shitless playing this game. Dude, I can't get over his face. It is something else. They didn't really show any of his gameplay, so he may have been playing Flight Simulator or something, who knows. So he's just calm, cool, collected, playing this thing in a very bare room. Interesting. Anyway, so same thing. I don't really see much too different on here. Same thing, goal met, very basic layout that we're seeing here right now. Nothing really new. Looks like he's in practice, and lap 2 of his practice session, we see his lap speed up here at the top. We got what we need is a prompt that's popping up on the team radio, and it's A to end practice and B to stay out, I guess. Normally that's in the start menu, so you click start and then end practice. I guess it's cool that it's here. It could be a little bit distracting just having that sitting there floating. If it comes on every few laps, maybe, but it's lap 2 and it's kind of popping up. But it's team radio, so I'm assuming it's just kind of pops up sporadically. And then Christopher Bell, he's playing in a lunchroom. You could see we got Coach Gibbs in the background. Looks like he's literally in a lunchroom. There's a kitchen behind him, and he's just hanging out, chilling. Looks like he may be at Bristol. Maybe Bristol, maybe Dover. Looks more like Bristol. He's using an in-car camera, and we could see the wheel actually turning. Again, in games past, we didn't have that. It was pretty terrible. So that all looks good. We could see on this screen the different practice sessions, upcoming sessions, has the nice NASCAR Cup Series logo, the time for the qualifying and the race, and then time remaining for the practice. All pretty basic, but it's super clean layout. I like that a lot. All right, let's go ahead and go forward a little bit. He's going through some of the ARCA drivers to pick who he wants. Shows their different stats, their age, what car they drive, how many wins they have, country of origin. Again, pretty basic, but I like that we have that. Same thing here, practice session, lap 11. That prompt is still up, showing the lap time goal met on there. The in-car camera is pretty sick, though. I do like that. In games past, it has been pretty wonky looking at the in-car camera, just freaking bizarre, but this all looks pretty good. Again, this looks good as well. Their animations for the in-car is pretty good. I'm pretty impressed by that. Very happy, especially for a first game in this series. Looks awesome. Really happy with that. All right, it's not Anthony Fettuccini, it's Anthony Alfredo. Talking about the track map and the scanning over the top. You can see, got the Charlotte Roval here. It's just Charlotte in general, but has the Roval aspect as well. Down there, obviously, they're bringing over a lot of their assets from iRacing. They already have every track scanned. So they're already bringing these assets they already have over into this game, which is incredible. It gives them a leg up. They can start working on other things throughout the game. Same thing here, we're working on a chase cam, and we see we do have some other car prompts over at the top of who he's chasing next. I've always liked that feature in the past, especially when you're into a series that you're not maybe familiar with. It helps in Silly Season 2, which there's not in this game. So you could see maybe Larson went to a JGR car and you're trying to refamiliarize with who's in that car. We can see that now. Chase cam looks good. I don't race on chase cam anymore, but still looks good though. Are we gonna see, was there a gameplay? So again, he's going through the menu for the Cup Series. He picked the driver. He's looking down through the track. Again, man, super clean UI. I'm really liking the layout of this. It doesn't need to be fancy. It doesn't need to be anything weird. It looks good. It needs to stay that simplistic and that clean looking. It's really nice. That looked good. Almost looked like she was racing at Richmond. Didn't really get too good of a look at it. Looks like Richmond maybe, or maybe it was Iowa. See Willie beat. I love the fact that I've been to Hendrick Motorsports. It's such a cool facility. You walk in, you kind of see these cars. There's trophies everywhere. It's incredible. I've stood in the spot where he's sitting right now. It's an incredible experience going there. And he mentions that he played NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup, which I have probably sitting on my shelf over there. He mentioned that he played on the PSP. I remember playing NASCAR 2007 on PSP that had Elliott Sadler on the front. And of course, we had Breaking Benjamin in that soundtrack, which is awesome. But 2005 was pretty killer. Love that game. Okay, here we go. We got a chase cam. It looks like it may be at Charlotte or Texas, maybe. One of those intermediates, kind of hard to tell a little bit. But the sense of speed from the chase cam is really good. You really get that sense of speed with that. All right. Yeah, looking at New Hampshire here. Again, the details look so great. Even looking at the trees in the background, the detail in that looks really good. In games past, man, we've just seen basically South Park cutout figures for some of these assets outside of the track. which is important. It definitely is. It helps build the atmosphere. A lot of these different tracks, like going to Phoenix and Vegas, you have these mountains in the background. Going to Bristol, you have these mountains surrounded. It matters. It does. That looks good. Again, New Hampshire. Can we see anything in this screen? Again, we could see some RVs, and it's not just copy and paste, it's different colors. Although we do see some duplicate RVs here and there, the different assets that are used. But overall, this looks pretty good. Again, I'm really happy with the amount of gameplay that we did get in this video. So here we're seeing a night shoots. I thought the lighting was a little bit wonky. We could see some of the reflection off the cars. And then we see the shadow off this guy here. He's just almost like a block, as if the lighting is directly overhead. And he's standing in the infield. There's not lights overhead. So some of the lighting is a little bit wonky. You would think that there'd be more of a light source from the side that'd be casting his shadow a little bit. Again, this is very nitpicky. As long as the game's good and the gameplay feels good, this is all just cherries on the sundae afterwards. We could see a TV man there recording everything going on. Again, I like this pre-race feel. Again, we got the TV guy back there lurking. All of the assets for, I shouldn't say assets. All of the characters around the cars, all the crew, they all look pretty good. They don't have like just a stretched face, stretched over just an oval like we'd see in some other past games. Just absolutely nightmare fueling pictures of people. It was crazy. Okay, again, we get a breakdown here. They're in Florida. It's the ARCA race. We have the practice. We could skip. That's nice that we could skip. Some games, man, they make you do it. Like you have to go in. You have to race half a lap, exit out, go to the next session. I like the skip feature. And again, super clean UI. So this is nice. You're back at your hauler. You start. You jump in. We see some setup here. So we see in the beginning, we have a team goal with a lap time that we need to hit, the amount of time left in the practice session, and then change setup. So this is a very generic setup that we have here. Just says 50% loose. Now, I'm not sure if that's a conglomeration of everything that we have in our setup and kind of what it's skewing towards, or whether a loose or tight feel. And that's kind of interpretive to what the actual driver is feeling. And maybe this is just base level. You change your wedge or track bar to get that. And for entry level people that are playing a NASCAR game, that's really all you're thinking about in the beginning. You're not too worried about tire pressures and things like that. Is my car tight? Is it loose? Adjust the wedge, things like that. So that's fine that that's there. I'm sure you could go in more depth to adjust everything else. This all looks good. You start your car, you back up, and then you're right onto the track. I love that. And again, everything on the track looks really good. Outside of the track looks awesome. Just the details and the shading looks really great. The track looks amazing. And it's in Unreal. We're away from the Unity engine now, so we don't have to worry about that cluster. I hate the Unity engine. It's absolutely terrible. I've seen some games do it well, but it can just be a clunky, laggy mess. And then here at the end, he talks about pre-orders coming up soon. We'll get gameplay about a month before release, so that'd be around mid-September. And again, we'll be into the playoffs pretty heavily around then. We'll be close to New Hampshire at that time. And they've been showing a lot of New Hampshire, so we'll see as far as the gameplay gets released and the pre-order. And that's pretty much it. He talks about that. Dale Jr. talks about a little bit. Coming fall. We got some more information, so that's great. Overall, I'm pretty happy with what we got. It wasn't what we were wanting as far as a full-length 30-minute dive deep into the gameplay and diving deep into the career mode and things like that. But we got a tease. We're still hearing from multiple drivers that this game's amazing. It feels great. It feels authentic. You're really getting that iRacing experience. And that is enough for me, especially coming from, say, like a William Byron, who we know has a really deep iRacing background. For him to be saying that, it means a lot. It honestly does. So I'm really excited. This didn't push me away at all as far as being a little bit, I'm worried. This made me feel a little bit better about everything coming up. And I am excited to see what we have in store over the next month. Is it just going to be a lull for the next month until we get that gameplay trailer? Or will we kind of see more of these dev diaries coming up? I hope we get some more. There's still a lot of meat on the bones that we need to go over. And I'd love to see one done over the multiplayer as well, and what that kind of looks like. I'm assuming it's going to be bare bones in the beginning. Again, we're not going to have a broadcast mode. There's not going to be crossplay initially, but I'd still like to see it. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this video. Are you excited to see gameplay? Do these things in this video get you excited about the upcoming game? Overall, I think it was a positive. I'm glad that this came out. I'm glad that we have it. I just want more. I am a little bit shocked that it's going to be a month before the game releases of us getting gameplay, like substantial gameplay. It's interesting. It's an interesting take. We're really being bottle fed this information here, but you know, the way they're marketing is right now, look at me talking about this. That makes us want more. They're doing a good job as far as building up anticipation for this game. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I always do appreciate it. Should have another video coming up the next day or two that'll be pretty interesting. I look forward to posting that. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.